Maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. I'm Beatrice Luigi Gomez. I work as a community development worker and I'm a proud Philippine Navy Marines Reservist under the 82nd Marine Battalion of the Naval Reserve Center of Eastern Visayas. And I'm a huge sports enthusiast. As a former volleyball varsity player, I still continue to play sports, but now I am more interested in boxing, scuba diving, and I'm a huge MMA fan. I am also a huge adrenaline junkie. In fact, I just finished my first ever 42-kilometer run recently, and that's for the benefit of children affected by the armed conflict in Negros. So alang sa mga kaigsuonan kong Sugbuanon, daghan kaayong salamat sa inyong paghigugma o pagsuporta alang kanako. Cebu City, the Queen City of the South, not just an island, but a total sensory experience. We open each year with the sound of magnificence of the grandest festival in the Philippines, Sinulog. Cebuanos' undying passion for prayer and love for the miraculous Santo Niño is instilled to all of us Cebuanos. Our faith is as solid as the centuries-old architectural structure of our churches. Our city is a melting pot of talented individuals who continue to bring pride to the country. The vibrant people of Cebu is one of the reasons why our city is one of the top tourist destinations in the world. The people is what makes Cebu. Smell and taste Cebuano cuisine more than the usual. Nothing can be more distinctively Cebuano than the famous linarang in Pasil. Ug syempre, ang kagumkum ug lami ang Cebu Lechon. In downtown Cebu, where you can find Colon, also known to be the oldest street in the Philippines, is where people from all walks of life converge. It is really exciting to be crossing the busiest intersection in the metro, where some of the greatest fashion designers and artists have tread. Cebu City is a bit of everything rolled into one. From the beautiful coastlines of the east and majestic highlands to the west. Being the center of commerce and various industries, paved the way to Cebu's economic infrastructure development. Having the first Cebu subway in the Philippines, Cebu is definitely ready for the universe. Kini ang akong matahom ug mabulokong syudad sa Sugbo.
Now we have Beatrice Luigi Gomez from Cebu City. Hello, Bea.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I'm Beatrice Luigi Gomez. I'm 26 years old and I'm from Cebu City. I love sports and my favorite game is volleyball.
And when I have a free time, I go to the beach and I do scuba diving. And when I want to spice up my workouts, I do a few rounds of boxing, and I do most of these things with my girlfriend, Kate. We've been together for 6 years, going 7 in a few months. And in the height of the pandemic last year, we adopted a Pusang Pinoy and we named him after a chocolate bar. His name is Twix, and I'm very obsessed with my cat.
Bea, if you had the opportunity to live for 200 years, would you do it?
If I had the opportunity to live for 200 years, I would definitely do it. In just a few years' time, we try to crunch everything that we can to be able to do a lot of things and imagine the things that we can do if we live for 200 years. So I definitely will.
Do you think that being a role model gives the people the right to know everything about your personal life?
I believe they only need to see the goodness in me and not literally everything, especially not my personal life, but they just have to filter out the things that they can learn from.
Lastly, how has the pandemic challenged you?
The pandemic really did challenge, especially my mental health. In the past year and this year, I struggled a lot, and I wanted to overcome all of those weaknesses, especially my social anxiety. I had overcome it in Binibining, Cebu. And when we were in a lockdown, I was forced to retract from society again. And now I'm glad to be able to be in front of everyone again through Miss Universe Philippines.
Thank you so much, Bea.
Thank you.
Good morning, Bea.
Good morning. I'm good. Thank you.
Bea. Lesson.
The most important lesson that I learned in the past week is to be prepared. In life, it's very important to be prepared because it lessens the stress, it lessens the anxiety. And I'm very glad that I did my trainings early on, even before Miss Universe. I already have a lot of weapon behind me. Thank you.
If beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, in whose eyes are you beautiful?
I believe I am beautiful in everyone's eyes because God's eyes is in everybody's eyes.
If we truly learn from our mistakes, would you advise a young person to keep making them?
When we learn our mistakes, we do better in life, and we don't really intend to do something wrong, but we have to be careful in the next things that we encounter.
If you have the power to do one of the following, eliminate poverty and hunger, a government with no graft and corruption, or solve all environmental problems, which would you choose?
As a community development worker, I believe in prioritizing those who are less fortunate. So I would rather focus on that because our government is really working well if we are able to feed everyone.
If you were to add to cart one item to buy on Lazada, to send to all Filipinos to help inspire them during this time, what would it be and why?
I would give them a journal because being able to know who you are and to talk about it really helped everyone, especially during this pandemic, for their mental health. And that's one thing I would add to cart.
Thank you, Bea.
Thank you.
When faced with adversities, a true queen defies limits, conquers challenges, and defies expectations. Growing up, I struggled with social anxiety, but I worked on myself and found the courage to show the universe who I really am and what I can become. No limits, no adversity, no expectations can hold me down. I am Beatrice Luigi Gomez, your Miss Universe Philippines Cebu City, and I am conditioned for greater.